Welcome to another Figuring Out Japan video, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Jango Fett Slave 1. I know LEGO aren't calling it that because of what Disney are telling them, but that's what it's called in the Star Wars universe. Now, I'm doing this video because this is something that I have been considering buying, and I've seen, some pictures and stuff of it around. But I thought I would just kind of talk through live, because I haven't made a firm decision on this, but just kind of talk through my thought process in how I look at things. And, it might help you decide whether you want to buy something like this, because I know especially Lego are masters at creating hype. It's all like a secret, and there's all these rumors, and then boom, it's like at the same time they release images, they get all their minions in the Lego Ambassador Network to do these videos and say that, oh, I'm independent and these are my own opinions, but actually Lego are giving them free stuff and all the rest of it. So I thought I would just, as someone who is independent, as a consumer, in your shoes as well, looking at this and really thinking, hey, is this something that's worth buying? So for me, the first consideration is, well, firstly, what actually makes me attracted to this set is I grew up with the prequel trilogies, and Attack of the Clones I thought was the best one of the three prequels. The fight with Yoda at the end is really cool with Count Dooku. The scenes at the beginning on Coruscant are also really cool. You have the scene with Jango Fett on Kamino with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then the starship battle. So cool. And I always really liked Jango Fett. I don't really understand. I know his original trilogy, but I don't really understand the obsession with Boba Fett. I mean, he doesn't do much. He doesn't really have any lines. But Jango Fett is really one of the main characters of Attack of the Clones. And I think just the color scheme, the metallic silver with the blue, everything looks shiny. It's just really cool. I love his attitude as well. And so I was really excited to see this. Now, as you would probably know, LEGO did release a Jango Fett version of the Slave One way back in 2002. Now, you're probably looking at this today and going, man, that doesn't look very good, but I'm sure for its day it did. No, it didn't. It looked terrible back in 2002 as well. I remember very clearly when this was released, and I really wanted to buy this, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it because it just looked so bad. It's just so blocky and just not accurate to what it's supposed to be. And so I ended up actually buying this from back in the day, and I don't regret that decision, because this one you can buy proper Jango Fett figurines and put them in. He's got the flamethrower and all that sort of stuff. So ironically, I actually made a stand for it out of Lego. But you can see here it's got some missiles. It also has a part at the back. You probably can't see it. Oh yeah, you can. That you could drop out these things. So it was a really cool set. But I could not imagine that it would take Lego 23 years to re-release it. And I've seen again and again and again and again and again sets of Boba Fett. So it's very interesting to me now that they are really pushing this set very hard. They sent it out to a lot of people in the Lego Ambassador Network, which tells me either they feel they've made a great set and they want to push this one hard to get a lot of sales, or they're not confident that Jango Fett is going to be popular and that a prequel set is going to be popular, and that's why they're investing more in the advertising. But this one, just my initial reaction, the set looks really terrific. Honestly, it's it's a very unique ship in terms of its visual appearance. To me, it looks like an elephant, because you got this big long sort of trunk part, kind of got the ears that stick out. It's not a pretty looking ship, honestly. That was the thing that, having the figurine displayed for many years that I showed you before, it did make me realize it's really not a pretty looking thing. It's not like a sexy, sleek, starship like a X-Wing or an Imperial shuttle or a TIE Interceptor or something like that. It's just a very odd looking thing. I mean, even like that camera angle looks great, but you're not going to display it that way. I mean, let's be honest. That Boba Fett figure, I know people have been talking about it, but it just looks so terrible. I don't know how they how that slipped through, but anyway. So yeah, I mean, in terms of the set, I don't want to do like a full kind of review of the set, but I think the ship itself looks great. It's such a shame they don't have the little comms part there, but yeah, I mean, the ship looks great. I think the minifigures though, I mean, Jango looks okay, Boba not so much. This was disappointing that you only get one. I think you only get one, and the stickers, and then there's no mechanism here. There's not even like any they're not stud shooters. What do they call them? Spring-loaded shooters. There isn't even any spring-loaded shooters. I mean, you go back to what I showed here. This is automated. There's like a bit at the back that you pull out and then you turn it, and these actually turn and fire. And yet, you're looking at an expensive set like this, and they don't even have spring-loaded shooters. I mean, I know UCSs are not there for play sets. They're there for display. But man, Lego really cut corners these days, and they charge you a fortune for their product. But yeah, I mean, the ship looks good. Minifigures, not so much. But let me know what you guys think about it. But what's interesting to me as well is the color scheme. There's a lot of white, but from my memory, the ship's kind of grey. It's not really white. So yeah, I'm not convinced they got that right either, which is interesting. But yeah, but in terms of my decision process, the thing that really strikes me. So I do have a few Lego Star Wars sets, some fairly big ones like Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle, Krennic's Imperial Shuttle. I have one UCS, which is the Imperial Shuttle. And I love it. It's an amazing, beautiful set, but they take up a lot of room. They really do. And you've really got to think, do you want, coming back to what I was saying before, do you really want this thing that kind of looks accurate? Don't get me wrong. Lego have done a good job, but it kind of looks ugly. It's an ugly ship. Do you really want this big thing sitting there on your shelf when you could be displaying other stuff? And that's the big question that I have. And to me, I really like the character Jango Fett, and so if I was to buy something, maybe get a figurine like this. This is a great figure. It came out many years ago, but yeah, the Jango Fett Unleashed figurine, protecting Boba Fett. If you're a real Jango Fett fan, like, you could release, or you could buy something like that instead. And there's also been some amazing, Jango Fett figures, even in Japan, that are like half samurai type designs. I should have got a picture up ready, but yeah, so I think just on that alone, I might pass on this one, just because I don't want it that badly. Again, I know Lego's great at, you get the gift with purchase and you get this and you have to buy by this date to get the stupid gimmicky little thing. But yeah, but there are rumors that there is a playset scale coming out, and maybe I'll buy that one. It's cheaper, it's smaller, it's going to take up less shelf space. So I think I might pass on. The price, everyone quotes the US dollar price. This should be $300 US, should be 450 Australian. They're charging 500. They do that, I think in most currencies as well. You're paying 10% above what you are in the US. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't talk about enough. I mean, all this extra stuff, to me, it's just really gimmicky. The gift with purchase, it's just a great way of putting sets in people's hands that don't really want it, and then they scalp it for prices for really high prices for people that do actually want it. I mean, look at this. A keyring's not worth $30. And what are you going to do with it? I mean, really, what are you going to do with it? Stick it on your keys and then have more metal in your pocket? I mean, like, sure, if it's free, but nothing's free. Lego make their money. Yeah, Lego Insiders only. Okay, so then you got to sign up, give out all your information, get bombarded with, marketing material. And same with this, like everyone's like, oh, it's gift with purchase, is exclusive, but I mean, I love Jango Fett and I love Attack of the Clones, but is that something that I particularly want? No. If I did buy this, I'd be selling this. I wouldn't keep it. Yeah, I mean, looks. Yeah. It's like, okay, sure. I wonder how many people would actually buy it for $48. So yeah, I guess that's my thought process. The space, the price, how good does it look? What are the other options? Whether it's plastic figurines of the ship, plastic figurines of the character, whether it's a smaller play scale. But for me, I think just the massive size of it, the price of it, yeah, I think, and it's a good set, but it's not amazing. The Boba Fett figure looks horrible. There's no spring-loaded shooters. The coloring scheme's off. The name, like even on the plaque, they haven't even got the name right. I know that's not Lego's fault, but yeah, if you're paying premium prices, you want to get a premium product. But that's my thoughts. I would love to know what you guys think. Are you going to buy this set? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.